Most of you guys wouldn't believe what people used to carry on airplanes back in the day. They could literally bring baseball bats, darts, knitting needles, scissors, and even pocket utility knives that were less than 4 inches long. Can you imagine that now? Crazy, right? But then, along came September 11th, and everything changed. Now we've got super-duper trained employees and fancy-schmancy scanners everywhere, making sure we're all safe and sound on our flights. Airport security checkpoints have practically become a global fashion statement. But of course, there are still some adventurous or maybe clueless folks out there trying to sneak items past those eagle-eyed TSA screeners. We mean, it takes some guts or maybe just a lot of forgetfulness, but either way, it might be best to leave the trusty pocket knife at home for the air trip, don't you think? Well anyways, in today's video, we are going to take a look at some of the insane things that have been caught smuggling through the airport. So without wasting any time, let's take a look at the first item on our list, which is number 1. Mexican red-kneed tarantulas. You won't believe it, but a passenger had the bright idea to sneak dozens of Mexican red-kneed tarantulas onto a plane, all individually packaged in their checked bag. I mean, seriously? Tarantulas on a plane? Sounds like a sequel to that Snake movie. Anyway, the customs officials in Zurich must have had quite the shock when they discovered the creepy 261 crawlies. It makes you wonder what was going through this person's head, right? And as if things couldn't get any worse, I'm not even sure how these spiders were supposed to survive, all stuffed in plastic bags like that. But the sad part is, their daring smuggling attempt was all for nothing. Since cargo bays aren't heated, the poor tarantulas couldn't handle the freezing temperatures and they all ended up dying from the cold. So, not only was it a major smuggling fail, it was also a tragic end for the 8-legged passengers. What a wild and weird turn of events. Number 2. A live python. For the next insane thing, hold on to your seats because we've got a real-life snakes on a plane situation happening over at Grantley Adams International Airport in Barbados. Apparently, a traveler tried to sneak a python onto her flight hidden in a computer hard drive. But never fear, the TSA's got this, and one of their agents, Agent Flynn, wasn't about to let any snakes fly the friendly skies. So they stopped the sneaky serpent from boarding the plane. Number 3. Fake dynamite and bomb. Next, we've got a classic bomb hoax story coming to us from Newark Liberty International Airport. Apparently, a man thought it would be a good idea to bring a fake explosive device through security. But little did he know, the TSA was onto him. They apprehended him before he could cause any trouble and even charged him with creating a false public alarm. Talk about a rough day at the airport. Who knew trying to smuggle a fake bomb could lead to such trouble? Number 4. 600,000 live eels. Next, you won't believe what the TSA caught a passenger trying to smuggle through airport security. It wasn't a concealed gun or a box of rare birds or even a suspicious enchilada. No, it was something much more sinister. Are you ready? It was a plastic bag full of eels. That's right, you heard it right. A whole lot of wriggly 600,000 live squirmy eels. And if that wasn't enough, the passenger had 163 tropical fish and 22 invertebrates in their checked bag too. Can you even imagine the look on the TSA agent's face when they opened that bag? I mean, who smuggles eels in their checked bag? This is the kind of stuff you only see in movies. But nope, this is real life, folks. And let's be real, this passenger is probably regretting their decision right about now. Number 5. Human skull in pots. The TSA made a discovery that might look like the remnants of an archaeological dig, but it's actually something much more sinister. They found human skull fragments while screening some clay pots at a Florida airport. Can you believe it? The passenger had no idea they were carrying around human remains. I mean, talk about a wild airport experience. The fragments weren't a security threat, but they definitely slowed down the screening process because the TSA had to turn the screening area into a crime scene. But wait, It gets better. The two women in possession of the pots had just returned from a trip to Cuba and claimed the pots would ward off evil spirits. That's right, they purchased them at a religious-type shop. That's all for today's video, guys. Which things do you think are most insane? Tell us your views in the comments section. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next video. Until then, best wishes.